In this video we're going to look at paragraph 7.4 again, and today we're going to basically go one step further into solving quadratic equations. And I already wrote down 3 of them. By now you haven't seen these before, I think. If hopefully you haven't. And I'm going to basically explain to you how you should be solving these. And if you did understand the last video, then hopefully this will make it that much harder. Usually I would start with the example on the left, but because I know there's someone in your class who really would not like it if I start with the second one, I'm going to start with the second one. In this case, the problem is, if I want to use the product sum method, 2 things have to be true, or 2 things basically have to hold in the equation. So if you want to use the product, I'm going to call the PS method the product sum method, then you need x squared, that's basically the first requirement, and you need equals 0. In this case, we do have an x squared, but we don't have equals 0. So, can we just change this 8 into a 0? Of course not. We have to use the balance method from chapter 3 to move it across the equal sign. So, we're going to subtract 8 on both sides, and then we end up with x squared minus 7x minus 8 equals 0. Okay. Now we can actually use the product sum method. The numbers that we're looking for are minus 8 times 1, because that's minus 8, and minus 8 plus 1 is minus 7. That means that I can write this as x minus 8, x plus 1 equals 0. Then I have to remember there was this thing we learned in the last video. If we have something times something else, and the answer is 0, then either the first part is 0 or the second part is 0. So either x minus 8 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. If that's true, then something minus 8 has to be 0, then that something has to be 8. Or x is equal to minus 1. So whenever you have an equation which does not have the equals 0, you have to make sure that it will have equals 0. The first one. In this case, we don't have equals 0 as well. So let's try to get a 0 over there. So we're going to subtract 24x on both sides. 2x squared minus 32x equals 0. Then, I have 2 terms, so I'm not going to use the product sum method like I did over here. I'm going to try and divide both of these things by the same number and letter. I can divide both of these things by 2, and I can divide both of these things by x. And then I get 2x. To get this term, we need an x, because 2x times x is 2x squared minus 16 equals 0. So once again, we have 2 parts, first part and the second part. Either this has to be 0 or the second part has to be 0. If 2 times something is 0, then the something itself is actually 0. Something minus 16 is 0, then that something has to be 16. Maybe you can already try the third one yourself. If not, then I'm going to discuss it right now. If I would have to solve this, I would notice we already do have the x squared. I think there will be 3 terms if I see this. So I will probably have to use the product sum method. So that means I want to make sure that this thing, 20 plus x, turns into an equal 0. So I'm going to subtract 20 on both sides. I have x squared minus 7x minus 20 equals x. Well, nearly there. Now we have to subtract x on both sides. We have x squared minus minus 8x. That was almost food for Luke. But he was already typing a complaint, but hey. Now we can use the product sum method. Let's draw our little box again. Which two numbers do we need? Minus 10 times 2 is minus 20, and minus 10 plus 2 is minus 8. So it helps if you're good at arithmetic while doing the product sum method. If you're not good at it yet, you have to practice it a lot before you will get good at it. So now this will be x squared. So now, once again, I'm lying x minus 10, x plus 2. Remember these two numbers equals 0. So then either x minus 10 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then x has to be 10 or x has to be minus 2. Hopefully it's starting to make more and more sense to you guys, and if not, then just let me know.